Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's been enjoying the read-throughs. Today we're going to be reading through the first appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man on Amazing Spider-Man 252. We have the iconic AF-15 cover. Everybody knows this one. We are going to be reading through the other Black Suit Spidey issues. Secret Wars 8 is going to be next up. So this one is a Roger Stern and Tom DeFalco story, and it also has that iconic Ron Frenz and Klaus Janson cover. So let's go ahead and get into it, and let's read the first appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man. Well, what's the verdict? Not bad overall. I like the headline. It's a real grabber. But this photo montage is too artsy for me. Your front pages will be a lot more striking if you just concentrate on a single exciting visual instead of trying to dazzle your readers with special effects. Daily Bugle. Where are they? Still no word on missing heroes. Some nice reporting on this story about the missing heroes, but I would have preferred a few more pictures on page 2. Why didn't you use any photos by Peter Parker? This sort of thing is usually his meat. I tried to call Pete a number of times in the past week, but he seems to be out of town. That's the trouble with freelancers. They're undependable. They always seem to be underfoot, except for the times when you really need one. The paper looks good, Robbie. Real good. This lead story will have everyone in the city wondering what's happened to those heroes. I'm glad you're pleased, Jonah. I have only one complaint. You never once confronted the question of Spider-Man's involvement. Is he behind this disappearance? What does he hope to gain? Slow down, Jonah. As the publisher of the Daily Bugle, you can replace me anytime you choose. But as long as I'm the editor-in-chief here, I'm gonna run this newspaper my way. If you want to keep persecuting Spider-Man, you'll have to do it on the editorial pages and not in my headlines. Is that understood? I still wonder how Spider-Man's mixed up in all this. So do I. I wish I knew how all the missing heroes figured in. They've been gone for days. Meanwhile, in the sheep meadow of New York Central Park, the police have cordoned off the area that once held the mysterious Stonehenge-like construction, which transported the vanished heroes to a galaxy far beyond our own. Suddenly, an incredible burst of blinding light seems to explode from within the barricades, and then, look! That's the thing which kidnapped the heroes! It's back! How? Why? Stan Lee presents a new chapter, a new beginning, in the life of the Amazing Spider-Man, Homecoming. But then, before another question can be uttered, or a move be made, hang on, Doc Connors! I think we're gonna make it this time! We did it! We really did it! We got through! Hey, buddy, if you've got anything left in that thermos, my friend and I could sure use a drink. We've been traveling a long time. Sure, help yourselves. Take a big gulp, Doc. You'll feel better. Spider-Man, is it true? Have we really returned to planet Earth? It looks that way. Thank God. Everything's going to be fine now. We're finally back home and, hey, I just realized we really are back home. Yahoo! We're back! We're back! Hey, you! Do you mind telling us what's going on here? Who are you, anyway? Me? I'm Spider-Man, and I'm real glad to know you. Cut the comedy, wise guy. We've all seen Spider-Man before, and you don't look a thing like him. We want some answers. Now. Be careful with that gun. Quick draw. We don't want it to accidentally go off and hurt someone. Whoop. Do we? My hand! What did he do to my hand? At that exact instant, the bizarre construct flares again. And then, hey, look who decided to join the party. The Avengers! Phew, it's about time. For a minute there, I was afraid that Connors and I were the only ones who made it home. Come on, Doc. There's no reason for us to hang around anymore. Besides, I want to get out of here before some shutterbug starts snapping pictures of your face. I'm sure your wife and kid could do without that kind of publicity. Leaping an incredible 30 feet straight up, the Amazing Spider-Man is soon lost amid the towering trees of Central Park. Spider-Man, what are we going to tell the world about all we've seen, all we've experienced? I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Reed Richards, the leader of the Fantastic Four, suggested that we keep mum about everything that's happened to us in the past few days, and I'm with him. No one would believe our story anyways. Hey, I haven't exactly lived the most sheltered of lives, but even I find it hard to imagine that anyone like the Beyonder could really exist. Sheesh, I still get chills just thinking about him. You're right. We should keep silent, but I'll never forget it. Does all this make you just a little bit curious? Then pick up Marvel's Superheroes Secret Wars. Danny. Soon, near the edge of the park, Spider-Man places Dr. Kurt Connors upon the ground and then leaps upward again. What is it, Spider-Man? What are you looking for up there? My clothes! Oh no! I hid my shivvies in one of these trees, just minutes before I got whisked away to that other galaxy. See last issue. Danny. My new jacket and my shoes must have fallen to the ground when my web ball evaporated. They're gone, and some bird converted the rest of my clothes into a superstructure for his new nest. Ugh, what a mess. I'll never be able to wear them again. At least my wallet and my keys are still here. Guess it's time to see if my new costume still works like it did on the other planet. Instantly reacting to Spider-Man's unspoken command, his costume suddenly opens a wide seam to receive his keys and wallet. No sooner does he place them within it than it immediately reseals itself. Wow, I don't think I'll ever get used to that stunt. This costume possesses some pretty weird abilities. I'm really going to need time to adjust to them. Heads up, Dr. Connors. I'm coming back for you now. Shortly. Hang on, Doc. I'll have you home before you know it. Just a few more blocks until we reach your apartment. Made it. Hi there, Billy. Bet you didn't expect to find us hanging on the side of your building. Dad? Moments later. Mom and I were so worried. We were afraid that I had again been transformed into the mindless rampaging beast, the lizard. Don't worry, son. Everything is all right now. Curtis, you're home. You're safe. Not wishing to intrude on this most tender of family reunions, Spider-Man quietly takes his leave. Where were you? Why didn't you call? Listen, I'm not sure I understand where I was, or all that happened to me while I was away. I just know I'm glad that Spider-Man was there to help me through it. That was Spider-Man? Gosh, I didn't even recognize him. What happened? Did he get a new tailor? No, not quite. I don't know what the future holds for Curt Connors, but I wish him the best. He and his family have been through enough grief in the past few years. Can it be? Do my eyes deceive me? Is that really the bathroom skylight which opens to the home of that celebrated world-famous galaxy-hopping freelance photographer Peter Parker? So it is. So it is. Huh. This room has a desperate need for some air freshener, a case at the very least. There were some bad moments in the last few days when I was convinced I'd never see this old homestead again. Like that time Galactus almost stepped on me. Oh well, Hey, the costume is responding to my thoughts again. It knew that I wanted to change back to Peter Parker, so it transformed its outward appearance. Weird. It treats my every thought as a command. Reed Richards volunteered to analyze it for me. Maybe I'll take him up on his offer. After I've seen to a few problems of a far more personal nature. My face hasn't seen a razor in days. Days? Oh my gosh, I haven't spoken to Aunt May in over a week. She must be worried sick. And, a frantic dial later, Peter, it seems like it's been ages since you last called. Wherever have you been keeping yourself? Leave the boy alone, May. Stop trying to smother him. I'm sorry, Aunt May. I was, called out of town unexpectedly on a photo assignment. I intended to stop by for a visit before I left, but I just didn't get the chance. Yes, of course. I forgive you. It's just that, you know how I sometimes worry when I don't hear from you. Sometimes worry. May Parker, you have the most incredible gift for understatement. And all with a straight face, too. Hush, Nathan. Peter's talking. That's all right, Aunt May. I'd hate to interrupt a master showman when he's on a roll. Sunday dinner? I'd love to join you and Nathan, but only if I can bring the dessert. Well, then you can expect me. It used to be, if I was out of touch, Aunt May would flip. She seems so together these days. I guess most of that is Nathan Lebensky's doing. He's been mighty good for her. I've got another important phone call to make. This one's to my lady. Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat. Ring, ring, ring. No answer. I wonder where she could be. Felicia and I have some serious talking to do. It's time we straightened out this wacky relationship of ours. I know that something has been troubling her lately, but she won't let me in on it. What can it be? Why won't she confide in me? According to Captain America and the Human Torch, she's been racing around town, trying to find a way to acquire superpowers so she can battle by my side. The lady's asking for trouble, but she's so headstrong. See Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, 89, Danny. But why complain? I really care for her, even though she can be so flaky at times. I'll try to reach her again later, after I've had a chance to chow down. Right now, my body craves food. Traveling across the universe is hungry work. But then, minutes after Peter Parker has quit his apartment, a shapely silhouette steals across his bathroom skylight. Moving with the subtle grace of her namesake, the Black Cat gently drops into the apartment. She is a reformed cat burglar, gifted with incredible physical agility. Spider? He doesn't seem to be home. She is also a woman very much in love with the amazing Spider-Man. He's been gone for days. Where can he be? Why hasn't he tried to contact me? Why does he have to be gone now, when I need him the most? I've got real problems. I wanted to be the perfect partner for my spider, so I let some science boys conduct a few experiments on me. They managed to release, and enhance, some pretty funky latent superpowers that I never realized I had. But then, I learned that the man responsible for my transformation was one of Spider's greatest enemies, the Kingpin of Crime. Minutes later, I'm certain the Kingpin has something sinister up his oversized sleeve. He might even think he can use me against Spider-Man, but he's wrong. Still, just to be safe, I'd like to find Spider and warn him. Where is he? Pizza. The substance of the gods. Smell that aroma. I hope Mario remembered to use extra green peppers and anchovies. It's amazing what you miss when you're a million zillion miles from home. Tomorrow, I'm having tacos for lunch and Chinese for dinner. Man, I'm so glad to be back. Everything looks great to me. Even the bums on the street and this grimy old stoop. Hey, looky here. I even have some mail waiting for me. Few bills and advertisements, but I don't care. It's all part of being home. Shortly. They may not be cosmic problems, but my rent's coming due in a few days, and I've got other bills to pay. I could really use some big bucks. Hey, I wonder if... Pop! My camera! My costume must have known that I wanted it. Gosh, I had even forgotten that this camera was still inside the costume when it changed its appearance. I really do have to give Reed Richards a visit, and soon. But now, I've got some film to develop. I managed to snap quite a few pics of that alien adventure before I ran out of film. Wow, I knew these pictures were weird when I took them, but I had no idea how weird. Beautiful, and yet so very terrifying. I'll bet I could make a small fortune selling these to news magazines. Yeah, a fortune. Oh, who am I trying to kid? Everyone will think these pictures were faked. Besides, Reed Richards was right. We shouldn't burden the public with what happened to us out there. No one should have to live with knowledge like that. Not even me. I'm gonna destroy the prints and the negatives. Within minutes, it is done. And... that's it. I've had more than enough for one day. It's time to crash. Sleep, however, refuses to come. For more than an hour, Peter Parker tosses within his bed. But Morpheus steadfastly refuses to embrace him. It's no use. I've got too many things swirling around in my mind. I may never sleep. I've got to go out and do something. Maybe a little web-slinging will. But then, even before Peter can complete his sentence, his incredible costume flows to the floor. From the chair across which it is draped, snake-like, it slithers across the room. Whoa! Oh! This new costume may be fast and efficient, but it'll be a long time before I'm ready for service like this. Sometime later. Yep, this is what I needed, all right. I'm already starting to mellow out. Maybe I should start my own branch of Insomniacs Anonymous. Uh-oh, your wallet, Mac. Come on, hurry it up, or my word. What could have caused him to react like that? Hi there. You're safe now, but I wouldn't recommend walking around this neighborhood at night. Want me to hang around until you can flag a cab? Yow! Help! Police! Save me! I don't believe it. That guy was more terrified of me than of the mugger. Must be the new costume. I guess it looks a lot more menacing than my old one. But I feel too good going back in the saddle to worry about that now. And once I finish limbering up, I'm gonna take a serious shot at breaking my long-distance triple somersault jumping record. Yahoo! It's great to be alive. But soon, while swinging high over a vacant lot, Spider-Man's jubilation is suddenly shattered by the harsh sounds of angry voices. Sounds like more trouble down there. Shut up, Wheezy! I'm warning you! No! You lied to me, Justin! You made a promise to me, and you lied! That does it. If you won't close your mouth, I will. Slow down, champ. Didn't your mother ever teach you that gentlemen do not slug ladies? What are you kids doing out so late? And what were you fighting about? It's, all Justin's fault. No, it ain't. It is so. He promised to take me to a concert tonight, and he backed out at the last minute. That's it? You're fighting over a date? I was counting on this concert. It was my favorite group, Burnt Toast. It ain't my fault I couldn't get tickets. Besides, I think they're pretty lame-o anyway. Enough! Take a breather, kids. You're both behaving like idiots. It's stupid for you to be fighting, especially when you have so much going for you. Oh yeah? Like what? Take a good look at this neighborhood, mister. Me and Wheezy live here, and it stinks. We've got nothing going for us. You're wrong, Justin. Real wrong. There are lots of worse places in this neighborhood than this planet. Huh? You know, I usually do most of my debating with my fists, but I'm gonna try a different track with you kids. Hey, what are you doing? I'm taking you both for a ride. Hang on tight because it's web swinging time. Yipes! I think I'm gonna be sick. Don't you dare, Justin. Hey, mister, are you crazy? Maybe. We'll learn soon enough. Soon, high atop a nearby skyscraper. Why'd you bring us here? I wanted you to get a real bird's eye view of this city. Your city. Feel that cold night air? Doesn't it make you glad you're alive? Sure, if you say so. Can we go home now? Not yet, Justin. I'm really getting off on the view. Good. I'm not much of a speech maker, but I figured I'd let the city speak for itself. I realize this city isn't perfect. It has more than its share of rough edges. But there's a lot of real beauty down here, too. This city is like any living creature. It has the potential for incredible good or horrible evil. It's a part of you kids. Whether you realize it or not, you'll always carry it with you. wherever you go. That's what you've got going for you. It's a lot more than you think. Minutes later. Thanks for the ride, mister. I know Justin really hated it, but I had a good time. So did I. You know something, mister? You're a nice guy, but awful weird. I guess I am at that. Weirder than some, but not as weird as others. Then I don't want to meet the others. Neither did I. Goodbye, Wheezy. Have a good life. Man, I don't know if that did more good for them or me, but I feel even better than I did before. New York, you really know how to bring out the very best in your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Next issue, Spider-Man faces the threat of a daring new villain. Plus, Aunt May finally learns that Peter has dropped out of college. Don't miss By Myself Betrayed. Alright everybody, that is a wrap on the first appearance of Black Suit Spider-Man. That was an awesome read, really enjoyed that one. Hope everyone did as well. Make sure you comment down below, let us know what your thoughts of the story are, and let us know what your favorite read-through has been so far. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye!